Hey, this is Steve from MoneySmartFamily.com, and we're talking about hosting parties. Everybody likes a party, but nobody likes to pay the high cost of hosting. And the average cost for a party in the U.S., according to a study by BJ's Wholesale, is $200. Can you do it for less and still have fun? Keep watching.
Money Smart Family.
In this interview with Scripps TV, we covered 12 ways that you could host a party and save a lot of money and have a lot of fun. We were interviewed by Liz Gold, and she asked us some questions. We gave her a ton of information. Before we go any further, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can be notified anytime we put up a new video.
Hear about how much presents cost and how much people spend gifts and things like that, but I think what people don't think about is how much they spend on party planning, hosting parties at their house. There's some figures out, about that, but so let's just talk about in general some ideas to cut those costs.
This is a great thing because I think we've perfected this.
So there are, like you said, there's lots of ways to host parties, and we're a DIY family. But if you're not, I just want to give you some perspective. If you were to cater a party, which some people have the funds to do, figure between $20 and $25 a person. So if you have 20 people over, you're $400 to $450. That's kind of pricey. There's another option. It's called drop-off catering, where you order food from a restaurant, and that's going to cost you between $10 and $15. You order the food, you go pick it up, you bring it, you serve it. Another option, which is pretty affordable these days, is having a grocery store actually prepare your holiday meal. And they'll do it for between $7.50 and $10 a person. Now, there's several grocery stores in our area that'll do the turkey dinner for between 6 and 8 people for about $50. But we're going to talk about how we do it for between $2 and $5 a person. And we have a lot of fun.
Yes, we do. Cooking at home, obviously, and cooking from scratch is going to be the best way to save, but it's also going to be able to create yummy food and I think make terrific memories. Mm-hmm. So we've got several different strategies for cooking at home and hosting a holiday. The more you plan, the more you're going to save. And we're not talking about hours and hours and hours of planning. We're talking about maybe an hour of planning the weekend before Thanksgiving. First of all, we're going to talk about how to do a host-arranged potluck. A host-arranged potluck means that I, as the host, get to figure out exactly roughly what should be on the menu with main dishes, starchy side dishes, and vegetables, and then desserts. And then I talk to people who say they want to come, tell them we're having a potluck, we'd love to have them, but could they help out by bringing something?
Now, this is probably what the Pilgrims did the first Thanksgiving. There was probably one woman, maybe her name was Annette, and she sent the word out to the 96 Pilgrims that were left, and the Indians, or the Native Americans, and they sat together to have a 3-day feast. And there was probably some planning involved in that.
Right. So, for example, I'm going to take care of the turkey, the gravy, the mashed potatoes, at least one stuffing. I'm going to have at least one starchy side dish, which was the mashed potatoes. I'm going to have one vegetable, which is either carrots or broccoli or Brussels sprouts or green beans. I'm probably going to prepare one dessert, maybe not. I'm going to provide all the tableware or the paper goods, depending on how we coordinate it, what holiday it is. And I'm going to usually provide centerpieces, although I know some people that have allowed others to provide that as their potluck contribution.
So what she's doing is, in preparing for a potluck like this, you want to make sure you don't rely on someone who may or may not show up or may or may not be able to cook to do one of the important elements of the meal.
Right.
So we do the turkey, we do some of the main side dishes, and if the other stuff doesn't show up, the meal isn't a disaster.
Correct. So this year we have somewhere between 25 and 30 people coming, and I have dinner rolls being brought, I have a vegetable dish being brought, I have drinks being brought, I have like Martinelli sparkling cider, I have desserts. I'm not doing most of the pies this year, so I have a pumpkin pie coming, I have a chocolate cream pie coming, I have and lemon meringue pie coming, probably an apple pie coming. So it shares the load. It takes some of the stress off of the hostess. And all the things that I'm delegating don't all have to be made from scratch. So they're perfect things for people to bring if they really don't consider themselves good cooks at all. They can literally go to the grocery store and pick up a frozen pie, which are delicious, by the way. The Marie Callender's frozen pies are delicious. They're usually on sale the week of Thanksgiving, and they can just bring them over and have a wonderful contribution to our Thanksgiving feast.
And we usually have one Costco pie show up.
Right.
Either a pumpkin pie or an apple pie.
No, and then for drinks, we'll do. I mentioned Martinelli's, but we'll have somebody bring eggnog. We'll have somebody bring like cranberry raspberry juice, and I'll usually have some hot cider, spiced hot spice cider. So set up. This is another strategy within the food is to set up your buffet line in such a way that you start out with the side dishes and work your way towards the main dish.
We learned this one time when we weren't sure that we had enough of the main dish. And so we put the side dishes up first so that people would fill their plates and the main dish would actually go further. You do this if you have more people showing up than you expect. It's just a good strategy. And we see all the time where you go to these buffets and they put the main dish up and people take way too much and then they end up throwing it away.
And they don't have room for the side dishes on their plate.
Right.
And the other thing, Thanksgiving is an odd holiday because some people only get turkey once a year, so they go bananas over turkey. So I usually count about 1 pound of turkey per person. So I'll cook a 26-pound turkey. I'll make probably at least 6 cups of gravy. I'll do. I'll usually pick, like, depending on the crowd that you're having, one medium-sized potato per person. That's how many potatoes I'll cook for mashed potatoes. It could be such a fun holiday to host. I absolutely love it. I tell my friends that for me to do Thanksgiving is like having a big girl grown-up tea party.
What about shopping this year? Where are we going to find good deals, or what's going to be the good deals? Is it traditionally the same with the sales that you were mentioning?
Yes. All of the stores are going to have things for your Thanksgiving feast on sale. I would be shocked if they didn't.
Is that the week of?
Well, it's usually the week before, like the Wednesday before, not right before, but 8 days before Thanksgiving. So it's coming up here. And it depends on when your sale flyers start in your area.
Now, we had a store in our area drop their price early. It was last week, so it's 3 weeks before Thanksgiving. And they came in at, 67 cents a pound?
Right, but that's not going to be the final sale price.
And then one of the other major players in our market came out with a 69 cent a pound. Now, we think that prices are going to drop lower. And every year on our Facebook page, America's Cheapest Family Facebook page, we do a turkey shout-out from around the country. And we'll see that most of the major metropolitan areas will have prices in the 40 to 70 cent per pound range, which is really a good price for a turkey, because if you figure at 70 cents a pound, a 10-pound turkey is $7, a 20-pound turkey is $14. That makes the cost of hosting really inexpensive.
It does.
Now, some of the smaller towns where there are fewer grocery stores and less competition, they don't see prices drop much below $1. And so that's a little hard. So they may want to make a plan to go into a bigger nearby city and pick up their turkey, which can save them, $20.
It just depends on how many other things they have to pick up. Mm-hmm. Some of the stores have already started some of their sales in an effort to get people to start shopping, because Thanksgiving week, the stores are literally bananas. And so Kroger, Fry's, had the Campbell's mushroom and cream of chicken soup for 49 cents a can this week. That's my stock up buy price. So you just have to know. But, Liz, if I could share a few more strategies about party hosting, I would love to do that, because, one of the things I want to say is drinking is heavy during the holidays and may not always be the best thing for some people.
You're talking about drinking
drinking alcoholic beverages. Okay. So one of the things you can do to save money on your holiday party is to either not have alcoholic beverages at all, but I don't know if that would tick off your guests. It depends on who your guests are. Or limit your alcohol consumption to beer and wine.
Or make a punch
Yes.
and just kind of skimp on the alcohol, but put some in.
Yeah,
so you can
you can do
stretch it that way.
a lightly spiked punch. And we have a terrific blog on our website, MoneySmartFamily.com. It's called Thanksgiving Stock Ups. So it talks about all the things that are on sale around Thanksgiving time that you should probably stock up on if you use throughout the year. And then I'm also going to post our Thanksgiving menu for this coming Thanksgiving, and I'll put next to each of the food items whether I'm providing it or whether a guest is bringing it, so people will know how I put my menu together for.
Okay.
And then I'll also link to the different recipes that we have on our website as well. Okay, let's talk about table decorations, because people can feel incredibly overwhelmed with wanting to dress up a table. And I know some people that don't even sit at a table anymore. They kind of eat in shifts. Folding tables are inexpensive, and it's a really nice time for everyone to sit around a table, put your technology away, and just spend time catching up on other people and their lives, whether they're family or friends. So, I'm going to hold this up for you so you can see it. But basically, goblets that are upside down with a votive candle on the top and a painted pine cone underneath make a lovely table centerpiece. And you can find goblets at the dollar stores, but you can also find them at thrift stores. And you can get them anywhere from 35 cents to 70 cents for stemware. So it's a very inexpensive thing. I've been collecting over the years some really pretty goblets through thrift stores. And like I said, I pay on half price days somewhere from 35 cents to $1 for these beautiful stemware.
She's found sets of this exact pattern.
Yes.
So I think we're up to 10 or 15 of them, right?
Probably more than that. But it's a winter scene, and so it can be used for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and even any time in January if you're hosting. I really love that. Remember, seasonal decorations are already on sale at places like Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, dollar stores, Big Lots. Those are all great places to get, and they're trying to move out their Thanksgiving stuff very quickly because they want to get all their Christmas stuff in for Black Friday. Also, use your landscape greenery. Like we have rosemary, eucalyptus, pine trees. Clip those and put those along the center of your table with the votive candles. They look lovely and they smell terrific. So figure out what you've got at home, whether you have short vases. You can even use canning jars. And look around your property for things that you can clip, or the nearby park or something, because it's everywhere and it costs nothing.
Right. So if you're in the colder climates where trees are deciduous, you're going to find pine trees still out there.
Juniper bushes, you're going to
You'll find some
find plenty. Obviously for Thanksgiving, we do it up big, but if money is an issue and you're not comfortable potlucking, which you should be okay with that. I mean, most of America understands what a host-arranged potluck is. Then basically limit your number of people. Mm-hmm. So how big is your dining room table? Can it fit 10, 12? Then that's who you invite for Thanksgiving.
Maybe
we have 3 tables for Thanksgiving. I forgot one thing. When you are doing your host-arranged potluck, like I'll ask somebody to bring a pie, but I'll say, we need a chocolate pie, an apple pie, a pumpkin pie, and a lemon meringue pie, or a pecan pie. What would you like to bring? So they get to pick their favorite, but I've sort of controlled what's showing up at my house. So basically, I have some control, but I'm trying to give people as much choice as possible in what they're bringing to our house.
And then the last thing about doing a holiday party and making it inexpensive is we try to make it not all about the food. I mean, food is important, but we put together activities and we try to make them fun we have grandkids, we have our kids who are in their 20s and 30s, and then we have lots of friends. And so one thing I came up with years ago was I wanted our kids to kind of understand what Thanksgiving started out as, and the Pilgrims were hunters. I made some turkey targets out of cardboard, and we took our BB guns out and we shot turkeys. And that's become a family tradition, but it's gotten better.
And so we try to pick activities that are related to the theme of Thanksgiving, but they're pretty awesome. And like Steve said, whether we have little grandkids or young adults, we're going to make it work.
Right, so now
and make it fun.
We have these aren't Red Ryder BB guns, so nobody's eye will get put out. But these are Daisy Crossman BB guns, and we have a set of those. And then I've upgraded to these are older, but these are metal turkey targets, and you can see there's still some BBs embedded in them. But we hang turkey targets in the backyard, and we actually shoot turkeys, and they make a little bit of noise.
Now, we have a large backyard, so they're way off in the distance, but
So
still,
we're not talking about the burbs here.
yeah, still, it's a really, really fun activity, and everybody jumps in and loves it.
This year we're gonna do something even more fun because I'm trying to think of things. I wanted to get some activity in. So this year we're gonna. We had a pine tree that had to be cut down in our yard, so I'm doing the Tom Sawyer, paint the fence thing. So we're gonna have them chop some wood. I've got my axes out. We're gonna give them the opportunity to split some wood. And for the grandkids, we're going to let them pound some nails into the stumps, just to give them some activity. And then the one other thing we may do...
I don't know. We haven't figured it out, but we think our young adults, especially our Eagle Scouts, are going to love this one.
Because they did this at Boy Scout camp. We did hatchet throwing at Boy Scout camp. So I've got some stumps set up. We're going to try that. And if we have to take a trip to the emergency room, well, that'll just be a new tradition.
And so really...
Not.
If you don't have a big yard or you live in a place where the weather is just really freezing cold, you don't want to be outside, then come up with some minute to win it games with themes. Either candy corn as the prizes, or figure out what you can do on the minute to win it games and make those for Thanksgiving. We live in Arizona where the weather is absolutely gorgeous right now, so we're going to do some outside backyard activities.
If you look at the pictures, you'll see some shots of our friends with the BB guns and our kids with the BB guns. And there's one with Nana Judy, who's 92 years old, and she actually won the shooting competition 2 years ago.
Of course she did.
Yeah, because we did not know this, but as a young woman, she was a marksman. Like, her father taught her how to shoot a gun. So she just gets up there, man, and just nails the targets. We were dying laughing.
If you like this video, leave a comment in the bottom. Tell us about your party hosting successes or ideas, and make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.